Prop 22 bill. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Jermaine back with another video. Thought I would make a video talking about Prop 22. It's coming up on the ballot pretty soon, and there's a lot of people against it. There's a lot of people for it. Thought I would talk about it, but first off, thought I would give a shout out to Kover for sponsoring this video. If you guys haven't heard of Kover, Kover is this awesome service for people who work in the ride-share industry. Kover gives drivers paid time off and sick leave, and the best of all, same-day cash transfers. I'm telling you, that money will hit your bank account the same day. Exactly when you need that cash, the money from Kover AI is gonna hit your bank account. So if you do want to sign up for Kover, use my link in the description below. You'll get 30 days to try it out. Just go down, click on the link, check out the website, sign up, you know, that sort of thing. But okay, back to Prop 22. So Prop 22. So there's a lot of people voting no on Prop 22, and there's a lot of people voting yes on Prop 22. So the people that are voting no on Prop 22 are the Uber drivers. Okay, they don't want this to pass. Okay, this will make drivers employees, and drivers will get like more benefits, and drivers will basically become employees, right? However, on the flip side, there's a lot of people out there that think that if this law does pass, drivers and people like food delivery people, Instacart shoppers, stuff like that, these people will become employees, and when they become employees, they will have less people working on the platform because everything is going to be more expensive. If Uber has to hire drivers as employees, it's going to cost Uber a lot more. Okay, it's going to cost Uber a lot more. So Uber is going to have to raise rates for the passengers, and once Uber raises rates for the passengers, well, passengers won't use Uber as much because passengers are going to say this is expensive. So it's just going to be like this down spiral cycle. Some people, you know, may have a full-time position, but I believe a lot of people will be cut off. As of today, anyone can just go on the app and just work. You can just go on the app and just work normally. You know, you don't have to sign up and be on a schedule or something like that. Prop 22 doesn't pass and drivers get what they want. Drivers will become employees. And if Prop 22 passes in the favor of the drivers, well, drivers will become employees, but I would imagine a lot of drivers are going to be laid off, and it's going to be really, really expensive. And then there's a lot of people on the flip side. There's a lot of people voting yes on 22. Why are people voting yes on 22? Why don't people want benefits? Well, there's a lot of drivers out there. There's a lot of people that work in the sharing economy. They don't want this to be a full-time job for them. They want this to be exactly what it is. They want this to be a gig. They want the freedom and flexibility to work randomly. You know, some people don't work normally. You know, like if it's raining outside and I don't have anything to do, well, I may want to take my car out and drive and do some deliveries just because it's raining, you know, or if I have a weekend off, you know, or if I have a couple days off, if I just have some free time, I just want to randomly go online and work and make money. There's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people that don't want to be an employee. Okay, now once you become an employee, you won't be able to go back and forth from different platforms, and this is another big problem. A lot of people love the flexibility of going from Uber in the morning, you do a little bit of Uber in the morning, and then in the afternoon you do something else. You do, you know, deliveries, or maybe you do shopping or something. Maybe you do something else in the sharing economy. Maybe you help people move. You don't want to just do the same position. You don't want to just be stuck driving Uber because you're an employee at Uber and you can't become an employee at DoorDash because DoorDash is not hiring. Because this does happen in the world of jobs. There could be the possibility where you go to Starbucks, you go to McDonald's, and they say, hey, we're not hiring. And if drivers become employees, this could very well be a possibility. As of today, you can go and sign up for Uber. They're not going to tell you, oh, we're full. You can go sign up for Uber. Some apps, they sort of stop people from signing up just so the app won't be saturated. But for something like Uber, it's such a high turnover rate that they don't really have to slow it down, because they know people will work for a couple months and then people will get over it. And the reason why that happens is you know, it's a job that people just don't want to do all the time. I've met a ton of subscribers. They tell me that, you know, they've come to the city to drive Uber, and they come from outside the city. Maybe they live in San Jose, or maybe they live, you know, across in the East Bay, and they'll come to the city, they'll drive for Uber for maybe a month or 2 months, and then they're just over it. You know, they're just over it. And it's not the fact of, you know, maybe they're not making money. It could be a lot of other factors. It could be they're just over driving in San Francisco, you know, or, you know, maybe they got a ticket, or maybe they got caught driving in the bus lane. These things won't make a difference if you're an employee. Like, they won't make a difference. There's also this other factor about being an employee. How much money would Uber pay drivers if they're employees? This is a really, really good question. How much, like, what would that hourly wage be? And of course they would reimburse for mileage, but I'm just curious, what would that hourly wage be? Would it be $25 an hour? Would it be $30 an hour? Like, would it be $20 an hour? It's just a really, really interesting question. Like, what would, like, DoorDash delivery people make an hour? Like, would they all just make like one flat rate? Would they all make $16 an hour? Like, would they all make $20 an hour? What if you have been delivering for DoorDash for 5 years, all right? Are you gonna make the same hourly wage as someone who just signed up for DoorDash? I mean, these are questions that we should definitely be thinking about, you know, because like, it would definitely make the playing field very, very different if this law passed in the favor of drivers. And if it stayed the same, it would just stay the same. You know, it would just stay the same. Now back to Kover for a minute. Basically, you email them and you get an automated email. Like, you don't even get to talk to a human. Well, Kover can help you out with that. Like, they have lawyers and they have people that can talk to, you know, these big tech companies and maybe help you out a little bit. Maybe, you know, get you back driving for DoorDash, or back, you know, driving for Uber Eats or something like that. They can help you out in that whole, you know, situation, because a lot of people just get stuck. And what do? Just send an email, and the email just basically bounces off the wall and like comes back to you, and it's just some mumbo jumbo talking about, yeah, we can't help you, you're deactivated. Yeah, thanks for your service, thanks for your 1,000 deliveries. With, you know, the employees versus independent contractors, and, you know, the yes and the no on 22, what I really think it boils down to, I really think it boils down to your individual situation and your individual self. There are a lot of people out there that don't want to become employees because maybe they have figured out a way to make money. Maybe they're very efficient, maybe they're very fast, maybe they have studied, maybe they know what they're doing, maybe they know the streets very well, they know where the traffic is, maybe they know restaurants that they can pick up from and they don't have to wait as long. All of these things can help out a person. Okay, so, you know, there's a lot of people in that situation. They don't want to become an employee because they you know, they make more money being an independent contractor, plus they get the tax write-offs and the tax breaks. Now on the flip side, there's a lot of people out there that just want to become an employee because they just came from a job like a year ago or 2 years ago or 6 months ago, and they start driving for Uber, and it feels like a job because they get paid on the same day, and you know, it feels like a job, but it's not exactly a job, but people want to make it a job. And in this scenario, I can kind of see, like, you know, the whole government workers versus, you know, your hustlers, right? Okay, your hustlers are gonna be out there, they're gonna be out there working, they're gonna be out there pushing, they're gonna be out there making money, because the more they sell, the more money they make. And then on the flip side, you know, you have your government workers, you have your construction workers, you have one person out digging a hole in the middle of the street, you have 7 people standing around watching this one person dig this hole. And the reason why they're doing that is because they're all on the clock. They're not trying to do anything any differently. They're not trying to work any bit harder, because they know that they're going to get the same amount of money at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, why should I work harder than this other guy? Because we're going to get the same amount of money, we're going to get paid. However, if you are, you know, if you're in sales and you are out, you know, selling strawberries, or you're out selling bananas, or you're out selling real estate, or you're out selling, you know, weed, you got to be a hustler to make money. Okay, you got to push yourself to make money. And if you don't, guess what? You won't be able to complain to anyone. And I think that's what this is a situation that we have. Also, I don't want to just say it that way. You know, there are people who, you know, have families. Not everyone is in a situation like Jermaine, you know, don't have kids, don't have a wife, don't have a car payment, not everyone has very, very minimal bills. There's a lot of people out there that are in the sharing economy. They drive for Uber, they deliver for DoorDash, maybe they work for one of the grocery delivery apps, and maybe they have a house full of kids at home, and maybe they're driving a car and it's about to break down, and I can kind of see why they would want health insurance. But then at the same time, this is a gig. You know what I mean? Like, this is not meant to be a full-time job. Like, this is literally a gig, and I would not want to be relying on a gig like this when I have like real responsibilities. Like, for me, like, this is kind of fun to do because I don't have responsibilities. I don't have kids to take care of. I don't have a wife to take care of. But if you're in that situation where you do, totally understand why you'd want to vote no. I completely understand why you'd want to vote no. But I know a lot of people want to know my opinion, and I wanted to wait to the last of the video to tell my opinion. I'm totally voting yes on 22, just because I want things to change. I like the tax benefits. I like the freedom and flexibility, and I do not want to become an employee. I do not want to become an employee. I do not want to become an employee. I do not want to have to wear a shirt from Uber. I do not want to have to wear a DoorDash shirt. I do not want to, be told, okay, tomorrow you're gonna work this hours, and then next week you're gonna work, these other hours. Like, I don't want this. I don't want that situation. I like the way it is now, and I really want it to stay this way. And like I said, I totally understand the people who, want all the benefits, and you want everything, and you have kids, and you have a house, and you have a car, and all that. Like, I totally understand, but we all have our own opinions, and we all have our needs, and we all have our wants, and I just wanted to make a video talking about Prop 22. And also, guys, remember, check out Kover AI, especially if this bill passes, because if this bill passes, it's going to be in the favor of the independent contractors, and it's also going to be in the favor of the companies, and it's not going to be in the favor of the drivers. It's just not going to be in the favor of the drivers. It's going to be in favor of the drivers who want to stay an independent contractor. Anyway, thought I would make a video talking about this. Not the most happy video to talk about, but anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks all for watching. Peace out, yo.